and welcome to the CIB Intelligence Report, the show that brings you the latest developments in the Chanticleer Intelligence Brief, the student-led applied analysis group that is supported by the Department of Politics at Coastal Carolina University. I'm Caitlin Montreve, the Chief Operations Officer for the CIB. We're coming to you from the studio facilities at the Edwards College of Humanities and Fine Arts here at CCU. In our earlier shows, we featured interviews with some of the important student figures in the CIB's history, including the group's founder, as well as experts in regions such as North Korea and Nigeria. We have with us today Connor Kilgore, a senior from Leesport, Pennsylvania, majoring in Intelligence and National Security with a minor in Global Studies here at CCU. Connor is the Executive Director for the CIB, where he focuses on energy. Connor is also a member of the CCU's Solar Ambassador team, whose mission is to invest renewable energy, and he's also a member of the National Security Club. We also have with us Madison Nolan, a senior from Concord, North Carolina. Madison is a Chief Financial Officer for the CIB, and she is majoring in Intelligence and National Security Studies and minoring in Global Studies. At the CIB, she specializes in Islamic radicalism in Russia and heads the Russia desk. In the coming summer, Madison will be studying Russian language at Narhoz University in Almaty, Kazakhstan. She is also a chairwoman of the National Security Club. I would like to start by first asking Madison why she chose the majors and minors that she did.
From a young age, I was always interested in security studies in general. I wanted to be a cop when I was like 12. And then when I got into high school, I realized that there were other things that you could do in security. And by the time I got to Coastal, I actually started with a marine science major, like everybody else here. And within 3 weeks, I had switched to Intelligence and National Security.
Connor, why did you choose the majors and minors that you did?
Well, I started out doing environmental engineering, and then I switched to marine science. And then I switched to Intelligence and National Security Studies because I am not that good at math, so that definitely played a factor. But I really like critical thinking and analysis, and I never really realized it until I started taking some of these classes. So.
And what opportunities would you say you've been brought to for this major?
Well, I've worked a lot with the political science department. Dr. J has definitely been the biggest supporter from the intelligence department, but through the political science department, I've done a number of study abroad trips. I've done some research, and all of it has been very rewarding.
That's awesome. Madison, what opportunities have you been given through this program?
Actually, a lot of the same ones that Connor has. We went abroad together twice and been in the CIB for 2 years. Other than that, I've done a few internships. I've really dug into the heart of what intelligence studies is.
Where did you study abroad at when you said that you all have gone on?
We went to Trondheim, Norway in the winter of 2017 and Brussels, Belgium this past February.
And which of those trips would be your favorite?
Ooh, I liked Belgium.
Belgium?
Yeah.
Connor, what opportunity, oh my gosh, sorry, I always mess up when I get to you. Connor, what study abroad trips have you been on through this program?
Well, I went to Norway with Maddie. And I also went to Belgium with Maddie. I also went to Cyprus and Athens with Dr. J in the summer of 2017. And I studied abroad through a separate university in the country Georgia, where one of our wonderful political science professors is from. So.
And I heard you're going somewhere this summer as well?
Yes, I traveled to Ghana in just under 3 weeks. So.
That's awesome.
Yep.
And which trip would you say would have been the best trip?
That's tough. Georgia was easily the most challenging trip, but also the most rewarding. It's incredibly uncomfortable to be somewhere where nobody knows what you're saying, and you also don't know what they're saying. You just kind of, it was very isolated, but the skills and kind of adaptation that I had to account for definitely is very beneficial for my future.
That's great. Yeah. I would like to ask you on a different note how the CIB has shaped your experience here at Coastal.
Well, it's vastly improved my writing and public speech capability. Just to be, simply that. And that speaks, more so to Dr. J's teaching and the class structure. It's not all that much fun to take the class, but the lessons that you learn are valuable, and it shows when you're in class with students who haven't taken the class. So
yes, I think we would all agree that class is very challenging, but very rewarding in the end as well.
I agree.
So, Madison, how has the CIB shaped your experience here at Coastal?
If you look at any of the CIB students' resumes, you might see that CIB is at the top, and then by the time they graduate, CIB is at the bottom of a very long list of other things that they have done at Coastal. And that's what CIB does for students. It opens doors, it opens opportunities, and I would not be in the position I am today if it were not for the CIB.
I couldn't agree more. The foundation that it's laid and the kind of struggle that it's put in us to work hard and try to reach everything that we can is definitely mostly due to the CIB.
I agree. Madison, I'll ask you first. What are some of your biggest takeaways or advice that you would give to incoming, whether they're freshmen or just transfer students?
I would say work your butt off, but at the same time, you need to take time for yourself. Like, especially in the beginning, you need to work hard, get your feet under yourself, and make sure you get that foundation. Make sure you take advantage of all the opportunities that are presented to you. So when the time comes, you can relax, and eventually you can relax. And yeah.
That's awesome. And Connor, what are some of your biggest takeaways and advice that you would give incoming students?
Personally, I think that they should try and study abroad as soon as they can. The life lessons and maturity that you gain, or at least I felt like I gained, whether that is true or not is yet to be seen, but I think that I've gained a lot from studying abroad. It makes you comfortable in generally uncomfortable situations.
I would agree, yeah.
Okay, and would you have done anything differently at your time at Coastal?
Yes, I would have interned more and not just enjoyed the summer at the beach. It's easy just to relax in between these incredibly hectic and stressful times, but I think it's important to build for your future, and internships definitely do that.
I couldn't have said it better. Madison, would you have done anything differently?
I maybe would have taken my time more. Graduating in 3 years has put a serious toll on, like, stress-wise, and I wish I would have taken my time and maybe enjoyed a whole 4 years a little more.
It's not that much fun.
This brings us to the end of our program. I want to thank our guest CIB officers Connor Kilgore and Madison Nolan for their insight on how CIB has shaped their careers here at Coastal. For more information about the CIB, please visit the website cibbrief.org or our social media pages, which you can find on our website. I'm Caitlin Montre for the CIB Intelligence Report. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.